Welcome to our channel Eskimos, where we provide you with all the essential info about the best money-making strategies. You know, the kind of strategies that can take you from 6 figures to 7 figures and beyond. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the ultra-wealthy to uncover the top 15 investments they make that most people don't even know about. That's right, we're not talking about your typical stocks and bonds here. We're talking about the secret sauce, the hidden gems, the investments that make the rich richer. Now, you might think the rich only buy expensive whiskey and fine wine to drink, right? Think again. They're treating these bottles like appreciating assets. The rare and aged stuff, locked away in cellars, is where the real money is. Returns that can put your index funds to shame. A single bottle of vintage Bordeaux can appreciate more than some stock portfolios. It's a status symbol, a conversation starter at high-end dinner parties. Remember those old comic books you had as a kid? Or maybe your grandma's stamp collection? Well, turns out those could be worth a small fortune. Rich people have known this for years, quietly building collections. We're talking first edition comic books, vintage baseball cards, rare stamps. Some items have appreciated by thousands of %. Take the Pikachu Illustrator card, for example. One recently sold for $5.275 million. So next time you're cleaning out your attic, take a closer look. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Ever wonder why some people are willing to drop tens of thousands of dollars on a Rolex or a Hermes Birkin bag? It's not just about the brand name or the look. These luxury items are actually considered alternative investments, believe it or not. They hold their value incredibly well, and in many cases, they appreciate in value over time. Think about it. These brands are known for their exclusivity, their craftsmanship, and their limited supply. They're not making any more vintage Rolexes, right? So, as demand increases, so does the price. It's basic economics, but with a touch of luxury. Chapter 4. Private Banking, Your Money Making Money While You Sleep. Private banking is a whole different ballgame. Higher interest rates, exclusive investments, and personalized advice. But it's not for everyone. You need a hefty minimum balance, often in the millions. For those who qualify, it can be a game changer. Chapter 5. Art as an Asset. Masterpieces that appreciate. When you're walking through a museum, admiring a Picasso or a Van Gogh, do you ever stop and think, wow, someone actually owns that? Well, in the world of the ultra-wealthy, fine art isn't just for display. It's a multi-billion-dollar investment market. We're talking about paintings, sculptures, installations, you name it. And just like with our previous investments, rarity and historical significance play a huge role in determining value. But here's the thing about art. It's not just about the money. It's about owning a piece of history, a piece of culture. It's about having something truly unique and valuable that can be passed down for generations. Tidal hotel rooms, own your piece of paradise. Imagine this, you're lying on a beach sipping a margarita and collecting rent checks. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, that's the reality for many wealthy individuals who invest in hotel rooms. See, instead of just booking a room for a few nights, they actually buy the entire unit. And then they rent it out to tourists and travelers, generating passive income while they're off enjoying their lives. Of course, it's not as simple as just buying any old hotel room. Location, amenities, and management all play a crucial role in determining profitability. But if you do your research and play your cards right, owning a piece of paradise can be a lucrative investment. Chapter 7. Rooftop Rights, capitalizing on the sky-high demand. With the rise of solar panels and drone delivery services, rooftop space is becoming increasingly valuable. And guess who's capitalizing on this trend? You guessed it, the wealthy. They're buying up the rights to rooftops in densely populated areas, essentially renting out that space to companies looking to install solar panels or set up drone landing pads. It's a relatively new investment strategy, but it's one that has the potential to generate significant returns as our cities become more crowded and technology continues to advance. Chapter 8. Mineral and water rights, liquid gold in your backyard. You know the saying, they're not making any more land? Well, the same goes for natural resources like minerals and water. And as these resources become increasingly scarce, their value is only going to go up. Savvy investors are buying up mineral rights to land, giving them the legal right to extract and profit from any valuable resources found beneath the surface. We're talking about oil, gas, gold, you name it. And don't forget about water. With droughts becoming more common in many parts of the world, access to clean, fresh water is becoming a precious commodity. Just look at entrepreneurs like Jean Valvis, who made a fortune by selling bottled water brands. Chapter 9. Buying other people's debt, profiting from financial misfortune. Now, this one might sound a little counterintuitive, but hear me out. Rich people also invest in debt. That's right, they buy up other people's debt, often for pennies on the dollar. Think about credit card debt, medical bills, even student loans. They then work to collect on that debt, often settling for a fraction of the original amount owed. While it might seem a bit ruthless, it's a legitimate investment strategy that can generate significant returns. Of course, it's not for the faint of heart. It requires a certain level of business acumen and risk tolerance. This one might come as a surprise, but some of the best investments the rich make aren't actually intangible assets. They're investments in themselves. I'm talking about coaching, mentorship, and personal development. They understand that their time, energy, and decision-making abilities are their most valuable assets. So they're willing to pay top dollar for guidance from the best in the business. Whether it's a business coach, a life coach, or a therapist, they surround themselves with people who can help them achieve their goals and live their best lives. Now, we're getting into the high-stakes world of venture capital and private equity. This is where the truly wealthy make their big bets, investing in companies that are still in their early stages of development. Think about companies like Uber, Airbnb, and Facebook before they went public. These investors saw the potential for massive growth and were willing to take a risk. And for those who bet on the right horse, the rewards can be astronomical. Of course, for every success story, there are countless failures. That's the nature of venture capital. But for those with the capital and the risk appetite, it can be an incredibly lucrative investment strategy. When it comes to investing, the wealthy understand that diversification is key, and one way they diversify their portfolios is by investing in emerging markets. These are countries with developing economies that offer significant growth potential. Think about countries in Southeast Asia, Latin America, or Africa. While these markets can be more volatile than developed markets, they also offer the opportunity for higher returns. As these economies grow, so too do the businesses operating within them. Chapter 13. Real estate development, building wealth from the ground up. Real estate has always been a popular investment, but the ultra-wealthy take it to a whole other level with real estate development. They're not just buying properties to rent out. They're buying land, securing permits, and constructing entire buildings, neighborhoods, even cities. They're creating something from nothing, and in the process, they're generating massive wealth. Think about the developers behind those luxury high-rises you see popping up in major cities around the world. They're not just building apartments, they're building communities, they're building lifestyles, and they're reaping the financial rewards. Chapter 14. Hedge funds outperforming the market, exclusively for the elite. Hedge funds are like the exclusive clubs of the investment world. They're only open to accredited investors, which basically means the super rich. These funds use complex investment strategies to generate high returns, often by taking on more risk than traditional investment funds. They're not for the average investor, but for those who qualify, they can provide access to a level of investment management that's simply not available anywhere else. Chapter 15. Marrying rich, a controversial investment. All right, this last one is a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's worth mentioning. Marrying into wealth is, in a way, a form of investment. It's not something I necessarily recommend, but it's a reality for some people. And hey, if you happen to fall in love with someone who also happens to be wealthy, well, that's just a bonus, right? But in all seriousness, building wealth is about more than just money. It's about building a life you love, surrounding yourself with people you care about, and making a positive impact on the world. The key takeaway from this is that the rich operate differently when it comes to investing. They're not afraid to think outside the box, to take calculated risks, and to explore unconventional investment opportunities. Shedding light on these strategies can inspire and guide us in creating significant wealth. Remember, it's not just about making money. It's about achieving financial freedom, pursuing your passions, and living life on your own terms. Thank you for watching till the end. If you found this video informative, hit the like button, share with your friends.